Imagine right now, an invisible microscopic revolution is happening inside your body. Trillions of cells are quietly performing a complex and magical cleaning operation. It is as if they hired a professional recycling team to dismantle broken components. They clear out accumulated cellular debris and recycle usable materials for energy. This fascinating process has a highly scientific name, autophagy, or self-eating. But there is a core question that absolutely everyone wants to know the answer to. How long do you actually need to fast to activate this internal cleaning program? Is it 12 hours, 24 hours, or does it require an even longer period? The answer might completely overturn everything you thought you knew about fasting. Let us first clearly understand what autophagy actually is at a microscopic level. Picture every single cell in your body as a continuously operating, busy factory. Inside this factory, various biological machines and equipment are always working. There are intricate production lines dedicated to manufacturing essential proteins. Transport vehicles constantly move vital resources from one department to another, but just like any industrial factory, over time, waste materials will accumulate: broken machine parts, misfolded proteins, and malfunctioning mitochondria pile up. If this cellular garbage is not cleared out, it will continue to build up endlessly. Eventually, this waste buildup will cause the entire cellular factory to break down. Autophagy is the cell's ultimate self-cleaning and quality control mechanism. It wraps these waste materials up and sends them to a specialized recycling center. This center, known as the lysosome, completely dismantles the junk into materials. These raw materials are then reused, making this a brilliant natural recycling system. In 2016, Japanese scientist Yoshinori Ohsumi won a Nobel Prize for this. He revealed the exact mechanisms of autophagy, proving it is not just a mere concept. It is a measurable physiological process that is absolutely crucial for your health. But here is a critical point. Autophagy does not only happen when you stop eating. In fact, your cells are performing a low-level baseline autophagy every single day. Think of it like doing basic daily tidying up around your house to keep it neat. However, when you fast and your body enters a state of significant energy shortage, autophagy is drastically amplified, upgrading to a deep cellular spring cleaning. Now, let us dive into the core aspect, the exact timeline of fasting and autophagy. From the moment you stop eating, your body goes through distinct metabolic stages. During the first 4 to 6 hours after a meal, you are in the digestion phase. Food is broken down into glucose, amino acids, and fatty acids in your intestines. These vital nutrients enter your bloodstream, causing your insulin levels to spike. Insulin acts like a key, unlocking cellular doors to let glucose enter for energy. In this phase, your body is in a building mode, synthesizing proteins and storing fat. Autophagy is suppressed to its lowest level because the factory is busy producing, but as you enter hours 8 to 12 of fasting, the biological situation shifts. Your previous meal is fully digested, and blood glucose levels begin to drop steadily. Insulin drops alongside it, signaling that the external energy supply has been cut. Your body realizes it needs a backup plan, so the liver starts breaking down glycogen. Glycogen is your emergency sugar reserve, enough to last 12 to 24 hours. At this specific stage, autophagy begins to rise slightly, but it has not peaked yet. The real metabolic turning point occurs between hours 16 and 18 of fasting. By this time, the glycogen reserves stored in your liver are almost totally depleted. Your body faces a choice: break down muscle tissue or switch to an efficient fuel. Fortunately, evolution gave us metabolic flexibility, so we switched to burning fat. Your liver rapidly breaks down fat to produce superfuels known as ketone bodies. Ketones are highly efficient energy sources for your brain, heart, and muscle tissue. During this metabolic switch to fat burning, autophagy activity accelerates rapidly. Why? Because cellular energy sensors, specifically a protein called AMPK, activate Think of AMPK as the cellular energy alarm system that detects nutrient shortages. When activated, it halts new construction, triggers energy saving, and starts recycling. AMPK suppresses another protein called mTOR, which is the master switch for growth. When mTOR is active, cells build and divide, actively suppressing the autophagy process. But when mTOR is shut down by fasting, the floodgates for deep autophagy are opened. From hour 18 to 24, autophagy enters a highly elevated plateau phase. Your ketone levels rise into mild nutritional ketosis. Signaling massive cleanup, cells begin to aggressively clear out dysfunctional mitochondria. The power plants, old, damaged mitochondria, produce harmful free radicals and accelerate cellular aging. This specific clearance of old power plants is called mitophagy, making room for new. But here is a crucial fact most people ignore. The trigger time varies per person. If you eat high-carb diets, your body relies on glucose, delaying the fat switch. But if you practice low-carb diets or intermittent fasting, you adapt much faster. You might enter a deep state of autophagy in just 12 to 14 hours of fasting. If fasting extends to 24 to 48 hours, autophagy intensifies further. You enter deep ketosis, and your body begins a remarkable immune system rejuvenation. Studies show prolonged fasting clears out old, sluggish immune cells to make way. Stem cells are activated, producing a younger, more vibrant immune system upon refeeding. This is an evolutionary survival mechanism honed during ancestral food scarcity. However, does this mean the longer you fast, the better it is for your overall health? Absolutely not. Excessive fasting can lead to muscle loss, malnutrition, and stress. Your body requires balance. For most, 16 to 18 hours is the sweet spot. Let us debunk some common myths. First, fasting is not the only way to trigger autophagy. High-intensity exercise also activates AMPK and suppresses mTOR, promoting cleanup. Ketogenic diets mimic the fasting state and can also elevate baseline autophagy. Second myth, autophagy cures everything. While beneficial, it is not a magic pill. It is a complex process dependent on your genetics, lifestyle, and health status. Third myth, everyone should fast. This is a highly dangerous and flawed idea. If you are pregnant, diabetic, or have eating disorders, fasting poses severe risks. Let us look at specific organs. In your brain, autophagy clears misfolded proteins. These toxic proteins are the hallmarks of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. In your muscles, autophagy acts as a quality controller, repairing exercise tears. In your liver, it prevents fatty liver disease by breaking down excess lipid droplets. In your immune system, it acts as a secret weapon, destroying invading pathogens. If you decide to try fasting to boost autophagy, always start with a gentle approach. A 16-8 intermittent fasting schedule is an excellent and sustainable start. Focus heavily on your diet quality. What you eat during your feeding window matters. Prioritize whole foods, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats for benefits. Always listen to your body. If you feel dizzy, fatigued, or irritable, break your fast. Health is not an endurance competition. It is about finding your individual balance. Stay hydrated. Water, black coffee, and plain tea support cellular functions well. Consider a cyclical approach. You do not need to fast every single day for rewards. Remember that women's hormonal systems are often much more sensitive to fasting. True health is a dynamic balance. Your body needs periods of building and cleaning. It requires nutrient-dense food for materials, but also occasional scarcity for repair. Do not view autophagy as a rigid goal, but rather as your body's innate, natural wisdom. Create the right conditions, and your body will heal itself just as evolution intended. Respect your body, Listen to its signals, and it will reward you with lifelong vitality.